It happened over 100 years ago, on this day, February the 2nd, back in 1922, in Crystal Springs, Mississippi. A black man was lynched by a large white mob of white men for an alleged attack, or should I say an alleged assault, on a white school teacher. And on his foot was a pencil-written note that said, "Positively identified." Hey everybody, I'm Steve Collins, and welcome to another Capaya County, Hazelhurst, Mississippi Black History Month. The black man's name was Will Thrasher. According to Wikipedia, Miss Myrtle Bailey was a white school teacher at the Fairplay School in Crystal Springs, Mississippi. Around noon on February the 1st of 1922, she was leaving the school when a black man emerged from the woods and tried to embrace her. She screamed. According to a Brookhaven newspaper, the semi-weekly leader added that during the struggle, she failed. A nearby farmer arrived on the scene, and the Negro man ran off. For the rest of the day and into the early morning of February the 2nd of 1922, black men were brought before Miss Bailey to identify. A black man was found in the house of Harvey Bass, and at 1 a.m. on February the 2nd of 1922, he was brought before Myrtle Bailey, who identified him as the man who allegedly assaulted her. Also, according to the semi-weekly leader newspaper in Brookhaven, Will Thrasher was the fourth Negro brought before Myrtle Bailey before she identified him. The story goes on to say that 4 miles east of Crystal Springs, the body of Will Thrasher was found hanging from a hemp rope tied to a tree. His body was bullet-ridden, and on his foot was a pencil-written note, "Positively identified." A white mob of 250 unmasked men were said to have taken part in the lynching. I want to go back to the article in the Semi-Weekly Leader newspaper. Something it said that got my attention. It said that it was Capaya County's first lynching in 20 years, oldest inhabitants say. I found that this was very incorrect. In fact, 4 years earlier, in 1918, Sam Edwards was lynched on January the 17th, which happens to be my birthday, but Sam Edwards was lynched on January the 17th, 1918, in Hazelhurst, Mississippi. And what about John Burr, in which we're going to be talking about him in another Capaya County, Hazelhurst, Mississippi Black History Moment. But John Burr was lynched in western Mississippi on April 5th, 1908. There have been at least 15 recorded lynchings in Capaya County back in the day, not to mention the many unrecorded lynchings. But I want to go back to Will Thrasher, because in the article it says she was leaving the school when a black man emerged from the woods and tried to embrace her. She screamed, and during the scuffle, she fell. A nearby farmer arrived on the scene, and the Negro man ran off. Is it possible this story is opposite of what it's actually saying? Could it be that the farmer was the aggressor and the Negro man was the one trying to help Mrs. Bailey? Could it be that the farmer and Mrs. Bailey was having an affair and one or the other wanted to end the affair and a scuffle broke out? Or maybe the affair was with the Negro man and he or she wanted to end the affair. He tries to embrace her. She refuses. A scuffle breaks out. She screams. A nearby farmer comes to her rescue. The Negro man runs off. Now her only option, and to keep anybody from knowing about the affair with the black man, was to accuse him of an assault. We would never know the real truth. But what do you think? Have you ever heard this story before? Maybe from your parents or grandparents. We want to hear from you. Write a comment in the comment section below. I'm Steve Collins, and thank you for watching another Copiah County, Hazelhurst, Mississippi Black History Month.